Hi, in this video we are going to discuss about events binding. As I already show you in the data binding, we already use string interpolation as well as property binding, or we also use our class binding. So simply, as you can see over here, we are simply outputting the data from the TS file to HTML, but we have also that event binding. We have to transfer some data or transfer some in the form of event from HTML to CSS. So let me save out this, and I also have created some like code shuffling, as you can see over here, which is of no use. I have commented out this thing, and in the HTML also I have commented the unwanted thing from the previous video. So like keep all things in track. Let me show you how it's look like. It's look like a very simple one. In the event binding, firstly move toward the syntax. So we have syntax over here. So syntax is really simple. We have that circular bracket, or in the circular bracket we have to pass the event which we have to call, and we have to assign to a property, or we can assign to a method. So let's take an example for the same. In the component or in the HTML, we don't need CSS file, so let me closing it, and let me put the HTML comment over here, as we are using that event binding over here. And let move toward event binding. So I'm creating button over here, and button say as class over here. I'm using that bootstrap, so I'm using button, and then button here primary over here. And let me also like give this button name as something. Say I'm giving as button over here. So let me save this thing and show you in the UI. So as you can see, a button is present in the UI. So simply we are exporting something on click of a button. So in the TS file, I'm describing say one variable as say whatever the variable, or say I'm describing as language, or we can say lang used, which is language used. Say I'm referring to whatever use. So here I'm describing as a single quote, or we can also put it as null string. And say on the click of a event, so on say language used, we are using the camel case over here. I'm making this as method and assigning as this dot lang used, and assigning to as we have type script is used over here, or we can say over here. Let me save out this, as we only assign the value, we haven't like imported in our HTML. So here comes the syntax. So here you can find the syntax. So syntax is really simple. So on the event, on which event, say I want to put the event as click event, and say I'm assigning it to whatever I want to use. Say I want to use on lang use, and then assigning to his event. Let me save out this thing, but we also need to import that string. So I'm using the h1 tag, or say the h2 tag over here also, and I'm importing this string lang use in the form of interpolation. So I'm paste it out this thing and save this out and move to the browser. As you can see over here, that button is present, but on click of a event, that certain thing will be fire, and we can see the UI. But see, hey, this thing application is loaded with a null string, as you can see over here. But on click of an event, we have language use method which will replace this string to TypeScript is used over here. Let me click on this. You can see TypeScript is used over there. Or we can also say like which type of method it is. So let me put it as console.log. So we can use console.log over here, as we can simply put console.log anything, say, or like button is clicked. Save this out, go to the browser, going to refresh and go to the console. And as you can see over here, if I hit button, you can see button is clicked, TypeScript is used. And see over here, it will repeat after 2 3 and whatever you are going to call this value. So we also have dollar event. So dollar event is a reserved variable or a special variable in Angular. It will give all type of information about that event that is raised. So let me show you this thing. Let me go to the console and pass this thing as a event. So I'm passing that dollar event, which is the special keyword for Angular, not this event. So let me pass it as event. Save this, and here I'm importing that event also. So I'm using the TypeScript, particularly of say any type I can put, and say instead of console.log using this, I'm simply logging that event dot type over here. Let me save this and just wait for the browser to refresh. And as you can see over here, it's a click event, and if I go to hit enters, it also say it's a click event. We also have some property, let me show you. Let me put it as a simple event. So save this out, just wait for the project to compile. So if I hit button, as you can see, it will show it's a mouse click, and here are some more important variable, and it show like x y path and all these. We also have path, source element, then we have target, then what type of click it is. Just move towards the HTML. In the HTML, I'm putting some kind of label over here and say as code me notepad, and we are also putting some kind of input over here of say I'm describing as a type of say text, and then simply I'm assigning nothing. So I'm just closing it, saving this thing, label is here. Okay, save this out and go to the browser. As you can see, we are also using that bootstrap CSS. So let me put class over here, and then in the class I'm using form control. So let me use a form control over here, which is also that bootstrap class, and I'm also putting as some kind of input over here. So input, which is the kind of like, hey, I want to some in print some kind of input. So on, then we have say we have to create one more method, and here I'm creating say simple as code text, and I'm putting as null string, and on update. So on update, here I'm putting as method, and here I'm putting as event, particularly of event because we are using that TypeScript. So this is the feature of TypeScript, and this dot say server, or you can say simply if you want to print this thing. Okay, let me like firstly print this thing. So we can simply print this thing as code. Okay, let me just simply show you using console.log of event. So we have event. Let me save this out, and on update we are calling over here and then passing that dollar event, which is the reserved keyword in Angular. Save this out, just go to the browser. As you can see, a text box is there. So let me write down something as say h, and this you can see event is there, a, and then ri, because we have write it down over here. And it's also say it's some kind of like native block is there because we have write it down. So let me also using, or you can simply print this thing instead of just consoling.log event. So let me print as a event, save this out, and you can go to the browser again and write something. Yeah, you can see it's kind of like input event because I write a, and let me close this. As you can see, input element, here we have delete content, and here as you can see it's kind of insertion content. So we can also write HRI. Say I have changed that tag 6 times, so that's why it's coming as 6. And let me show you, if go to the uh, tag over here and go to the target, just scroll down a bit, and here as you can see it's of type input. And if you want to check whatever the input is, so you can simply go to the target, and here you can find that value is there. So let me show you. We have value function. So like I'm checking, just give me a moment. So here okay, that value is not there. So okay, let me put it as um, close over here, and let me put it as in the console, which is event dot target dot value. Hit enter. Okay, so it say this thing is not present, but we are going to simply use this thing in our code. So let me also printing in console. So I'm writing out this dot code text over here, and putting as we have like event dot target dot we have value over here. Say here we are using the TypeScript, so we have to provide, hey, which type of type is there. So it's of HTML, then input element. Okay, then type is there, and we have to bind this, and we want that value. Let me save this and go over there, or say simply I want to also log the value of console.log of code text over here. And okay, we have to use this dot, save this out and go to the browser and write something. Say it's a okay, as you can see HA and then RI. If you erase something, it will going to erase and show deleting content backwards. See over here. So that's how this thing will work. And if you go over here, and let me also comment this thing, save this out, and also in the HTML I'm simply using the interpolation to use the value whatever I have used. So instead of using paragraph tag, I'm using that h2 tag over here, or we can simply say as h4 tag. So h4 tag, and I'm simply okay, let me like cut this out as it's of no use for me, and I want to byte on update. So let me bind the value of code text with the help of string interpolation, paste it out, save this thing and save component file also. And let's move to the browser. If you write something, just focus on the HTML, this part, not this part. This part is no more required. As you can see, you are getting this value as Hari code me. So this is the code me text block. So if you go to the inspect element, and you can see over here this thing is printed with the help of that event binding. We are simply passing that data to the TypeScript file on this method, and this method will change the value of code text, and here we are simply binding that value to HTML itself. So that's how that event binding will work. And let me show you one more thing also. So simply let me save this, and also we are creating one button over here. Okay, let me creating one button over here which is of class, and say I'm putting as using bootstrap framework. So button dot primary, and say I want on event click, it will just hit, say whatever you want to hit. And also see over here I'm using that one boolean value also, say I'm using as uh, D button, which understand as disable button, and I'm putting that false over here. And also I'm using constructor over here. So constructor as, and I'm using set timeout function. So set timeout function, and after say say we have 3000 millisecond, and put it as this dot dv button, and put it as true over here. And let me save this thing also, and say I'm importing as d text over here, as we have enable. Okay, put it in the text format as enable button. Or after this thing I also want this dot, say we have dv button to be, we have disable button over here. Okay, sorry, this thing is not. So we have d text over here, and let me save this thing, as well as go to the HTML. So I'm using on click of this thing. Okay, instead of using that constructor, on click of this thing, or creating one more function which is d text over here, say d function, and then I'm creating one function, and in the function I'm doing these things, putting set timeout and all these now. Instead of using that constructor I'm using this thing. And also in the constructor I'm firstly enabling this value and not changing this text over here. Save this out, and also you can use the d tag with the help of string interpolation. I'm using this text over here. Save this out, and on click of the function I'm calling this method as d function over here. Paste it down and calling this method. Or we also using that property binding to disable the function. Say we have disabled, or also putting this to d button, copying this out, pasting this thing, and save this thing. Or I'm also printing the value on console itself. So console dot log over here, print the value of this dot d button also. And console dot log, we also like this dot d text over here. So d text over here, let me save this thing. And if you go to the browser you can see it's enable button, but see it's disable. And also the text is changed whenever. Okay, let me click, and let me put it as, say whatever I'm firstly putting as true, and then we are putting as false over here, and also that false over here. Let me save it now, and just go to the browser. So let it refresh, it will going to enable after that. And if you click on this thing, see after, okay, well, see over here disable button is there, and the text changes. Okay, here I'm putting to true. Let me save this thing and use it over here. See over here button is enabled. Then after, say we have like 3 seconds, it will going to disable. If I refresh the browser, and you can see it's disabled, and then it will going to enable. and if I click on this thing will be disabled and disable button is there. See, after 3 seconds, just wait for, see, it's true, and then we have button disable. If you want that to be fast, just say simply provide the time as 100, so it will be like bit fast for you. And you can see if enable button hit and it's going to disable. So that's how that enabling and disabling will work, and also how that you can bind certain events also and check like which type of event is there, or you can also get the value of event by using dollar event, which is the reserve variable for Angular, and also that is special variable. It will give all the information how that event is for simply over here we are using the text event. As you can see, if we go to say simply print event, and then okay, now it's undefined because we haven't like created an instance. If we pass that thing and print it over a console, it will show we are like putting an input event or deleting event as already show you. So that's it all about event.